Winston just said to me, Felix, do you know you could make enough money from this one strategy on even just one stock to retire from? And I said, yeah. Did you have to lie down because it was such a meaningful thing you just told me? But seriously, come and join me live on Tuesday for a live trading training at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And I will not just walk you through it, but I'll actually give you the whole freaking structure, the whole rule book, all of it for free, because you deserve to know how it works. Let's get cracking, right? So what's the thought process here? The thought process is that you have $50,000. Right now, get a pen. So right now you've got $50,000. And by the way, I'm not encouraging you to put all your money into one stock. That would be stupid, right? Diversification king and all of that. But let's run this through on one stock and then it'll make a lot more sense. Right now, the share price is about $7. And that means you could buy $7,142, according to my smart little calculator here. And to be able to make income from a stock with what we're doing here, which is selling call options, which is pretty simplistic. So let me walk you through it. You need, this is smart ones too, you need 100 shares to be able to run the strategy. Now, we have 7,142 shares, so we can run the strategy 7,142 divided over 100. We can run that strategy 71 times as a multiplier, if you will. And the question then is, well, what does the trade look like? How do I set that up? Well, this isn't really number two. It's what is the trade and how does it make money? Well, the place we go to for that is a website called optionswatch.io, which is something we built to basically give you access to the same data that Wall Street has, and you can get yourself a free 30-day trial account to that. And it looks like this. Let me explain it to you. So on the left-hand side, you've got a stock chart, right? Which is what you've probably seen one before. And on the right-hand side, you've got the options trade. And there are a couple of things to understand with it. And that is, numero uno is how long is the trade? Because with options trades, there's always a length to it. And we're basically saying 1 month. Okay. So up here, we select the date that's closest to 1 month. 34 days is what I'm doing here, which is about as close as it gets. And then the second thing is you got to decide at what price do you set this up. And I've selected here an $11 call option that I'm selling. And why have I done that? Because that is significantly above the share price right now. And I'm recording this before the earnings come out. Just doesn't really matter though. Will shift up or down. So the stock price could up 37% and nothing would happen. I would just collect my profit. How much profit would I collect? Well, I would collect profit. And I'll walk you through the whole thing in the documents. If you go to felixfrenzel.com/cc, you can run through this again in your own time. We collect $11.50 per trade. Okay, so that's basically what we've got here. We're positioned at $11 here. We have a 34-day, but it is a month-long trade, and it makes us $11.50 per contract. So knowing that information, how much money do we make? So how much dough does this make? Well, we just figured out we make $11.50 times 71. That is $816.50. And no, I'm not good at maths, but I do own a calculator, and that's where I get that data from. So that's per month, right? So times 12 months, that is how much? Smart calculator? $9,798 a year. Now, is that a lot? Is that a little? Well, as out of $50,000, which is what you started with, of course this works with a smaller or larger amount, that is 19.6% return a year. It's pretty whopping, right? So you might be thinking, okay, Felix, I get why Winston came up with the idea. That's not a terrible return, but I want more. I hear you saying is we're all greedy, aren't we? So what is the secret sauce to this? The secret sauce bottle. The secret sauce bottle is to reinvest this $9,798. And what does that do? Well, I'm using a dividend calculator here because that's about the same sort of thing. It's not really a dividend, but it's kind of the same thing. And I'm saying I've got $50,000 in the shares. I'm getting a 19.6% return, essentially yield. And let's just say I think the stock's not going to go up at all. Stock's going to stay absolutely flat at $7. It's never going to move for 20 years. But I am reinvesting my trade profits. And I'm putting this into a non-taxable account. And if you are in the US, Roth IRA, can't say it often enough. It also makes my maths a little easier. Okay. And so what happens? Well, in year one, you make your $10,000 or so. 13, 15, 19, 23, and so on. And it just keeps compounding up until at the end of year 20, you are now up to $2 million just from selling covered calls. Sounds kind of good, right? Now, what if this stock were to go up, say, in line with the market? We did 12% on the S&P the last 10 years. So let's be conservative, 10% a year, okay? Think the world's going to be good as shit. Everything's going to be worse. What happens then at the end of 20 years? You got $9 million. Can you see why income really matters? Can you see why putting in the extra income really, really matters? And you might be thinking, well, you're crazy, Felix. Don't do this with one stock. And definitely not. Do diversify. You absolutely want to not do this with one stock. You want to do this with a bunch of stocks or some sort of basket of stocks, because every single company, no matter how much you love it and adore it and worship it and kiss it every single morning, it can go out of business. So you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, essentially, right? Don't put everything on one horse. Can we think of any more analogies? Get more than one golden retriever, Winston says. But the power of compounding, the power of building extra income is extraordinary. Now, this might also then explain to you why I trade, and I can show you just some 2 trades we did last week. I did them live on YouTube. So we did this meta trade, for example. We made $950 profit in an hour. This was Thursday. Friday, we did an Intel trade. We made $560 in 1 hour. It took me 5 minutes to set each trade up. And that extra income, by putting that back into my portfolio and compounding that and growing that, you get these potentially extraordinary returns. And if you want to learn how we do that, come and join me live on Tuesday for a live trading training at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And I will not just walk you through it, but I'll actually give you the whole freaking structure, the whole rule book, all of it for free, because you deserve to know how it works. If you enjoyed this video, if you thought you got some value out of it, share it with a friend who might also benefit from it. I thank you for watching. I thank you for tuning in. Winston just told me that Berkshire Hathaway is buying this one stock, and it's the surest way to make billions of dollars if you just follow Papa Buffett. And I want to walk you through the trade. I want to show you what the stock is, how you could potentially make money from it. Is it a good idea? Yes or no?